Hi guys. Well, it's the day after the rain. Oh, this is welcome to Frickin' Jeep. My name's John, and I created this mess and doing a good job. Probably the only thing I ever get an A at is mess making. Anyhow, the rain came through last night, and actually it's pretty good. Everything's so dry that it's not too mushy down here. And then knocked the dust down, so that's good. I'm cutting cherry. I just cut a bunch of cherry up there. Now I'm cutting this cherry up. It's not. I'll be cutting that piece over there next. It looks like a saw log, but it really isn't. It's just not big enough. This one here has got some kind of rot in it, so I set this one over here. I set this one over here last night before the rain, and I'm just going to come down and chop it up a little bit, chop it like halfway through, and then I'll chop the stuff that's freestanding up there and let it drop. Then this section here I'll drop till it starts to pinch the blade and get out of it, and then just come in here with a bobcat and get it. I don't know why I'm cutting cherry. I need my head checked. I should be cutting, I found some maple up there. I should be cutting that maple. This might be holding that log in place. Probably roll. Anyhow, that piece ain't coming out of there that easy. Oh lordy, it's got it pretty good. There it goes. So I can get down to here all the way through, and then little sections. So that's what I'm going to do, is just cut for a little while and try to get this cherry all cut up. And then I'm going to go over to the sawmill, and we're going to cut that piece over there that's on the sawmill. Let's see if this thing will start. I kind of stand the saw up. The reason I'm standing it up is because then I get a lot further through without it pinching. So then when I knock off the bottom and drop it, it's not such a mess. But that's why I rolled up so high like that. Because it's tension. I cut that kind of stuff off because it just gets in your way when you split. This one here is not broke loose though. I couldn't get it, I was going to dig dirt, that's why I didn't go into that one. That wasn't too bad. I thought I was going to have to bring the loader over and pick it up. We're going to cut this one up. That's going to be enough sawing wood. I guess I'll be cutting on the high side, because then when they roll, you've got kind of a turning you around so you're a little more level. These I can just drop, but the ends aren't square. Cut that one off, hit the fork. Well, that's enough for sawing today. Sawing with a chainsaw. Whew. Now I don't know whether I'll put this on before I put the... I'm going to saw that log over there, so I don't know what order I'm going to put things on. So Anyway, we'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna finish cutting up. I think there's 2 more cherry logs over there. Maybe there's only one. I see one. Oh no, there's the other one right there. That one's gonna be kind of a stupid one to saw because of this back end stuff. So I'm gonna saw them up and finish up my cherry, and then get to the sawmill. So thanks for stopping by. Now you're on a real angle. See you later. Do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe, because I don't know whether this is going on fast, first, last, or wherever. We'll see you now. Bye-bye. Hi guys, this is just some more stuff on the list to do today. I'm cleaning up. I don't know if you recall here, I had 5 loads of logs dumped in here. Here's the rest of the cherry. I've got it all cut up now. And I was kind of, that one's not cherry, that's maple. Anyhow, I wasn't thinking, I do a lot of that real well. That's the only thing I do good, is not thinking right. Because I want to finish up that one basket that's got the maple in it that's down there. We'll be down there in a minute. So I'm going to take this down and chop it up, and yeah, I could saw it on the sawmill, but by the time you knock off this, and nobody wants the wood anyway, I'm just going to make firewood out of it, because I need firewood more than I need lumber wood. That one's crooked. You wouldn't get nothing out of that one. This one here is actually a pretty nice saw log. You know, maybe I'll dump that off the side. I'll dump that one off the side and think about it a little bit more. But this one here is, I don't know if you can see it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It goes this way, then that way. This one here is just plain too small. That one's too small, and that one's not too bad. That looks like a different kind of wood. I don't know if that's maple or not. It probably is. I don't know, but it's got a curve on it. So this one's definitely firewood. This one's definitely firewood. This one's definitely firewood, and this one's definitely firewood. So I'm going to take them down and cut them down at the bottom. I'll pick this all up in the green bucket and take it down the splitter, but I want to do a separate crate. I got one crate down there that's got oak in it, and I got one crate down there that's got the maple in it. So I'm going to top off the maple one and then finish off the oak one, and then I'll bring another box over for all the cherry. So we'll be back in a little bit. Bye. Hey out there in YouTube land, this is Frickin' Jeep. You're at Frickin' Jeep. My name's John, and this is the wood that was up there a little bit ago. Now I'm bringing it down here, and I'm going to chop it up. And what I was saying is, I was being stupid. I should have brought, instead of cutting all this cherry up first, it really doesn't make any difference. I'm going to put it there, but I want to finish this rack off, get it capped off and out of the way till it gets used. And then this one here is oak, so then I want to fill that up with oak, get that one out of here, and get 2 new racks in here. One, I need a big rack, I think, like that for cherry. There's one up there, but it needs new floors in it, so I have to find that. Anyhow, I'm just going to cut this stuff up. I'll bring you along for a couple chops, and then bring you back at the end. That's what I plan on doing anyway. Got to cut a couple knobbies off of this one, and it should be all right. Saw's warmed up, if you guys are wondering. A little. Done that once before. Anyhow, I got that one to cut up. You can see the dog leg in it. That's some pretty decent wood there. So that's my project. Got my forks a little bit too much of an angle, so I'm gonna chop up the rest of these, round up the bucket, load them up, and split those up. So we'll be back. I'll show you when I'm done cutting this, because I know you're totally interested in that. And then we'll be over at the wood splitter for a little while. Bye-bye. Told you I'd bring you back when it's finished. Nice little, as somebody said, famous jag wood. Never heard of that. I don't know how much that measures out to, but that's about how much this is. And it's all pretty good. I was pretty pleased with the chips I was throwing. Some of them are good size. It was throwing good chips. That's the last one, bounced her right there. Anyhow, I'm going to go up and get the tool cat, put that bucket on there, and we'll meet you over at the wood splitter in a little bit. And these two here, that's part of that big cherry. It's a double harder. That was the one that would have been neat to go down to. It almost looks like a face and eye. Maybe it's a triple harder. That looks like a heart. Eye. That sure looks like an eye, but I think it's just the way I cut it. I don't know. Anyhow, that's what the other side of it looks like. I'll split that with the one that goes on the front of the Bobcat to break it down. But that'll be later on. We'll see you in a bit. Still, I plan on getting over there. If you're made it this far, I'm planning on getting over there to that log. I got it ready to saw in half. That was just a big mess over there. It made a lot of mess. Should have been a firewood log. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hi guys. Told you I'd bring you over to the splitter. I can't really see what's in the camera. I think I got it all in there. Maybe a little bit this way. I just can't see it because of the glare. Anyhow, I'm not going to do a whole lot of splitting here with you on the camera. You guys know what the fastest wood splitter on YouTube does. So I'll just do a little bit, see how this maple splits out. See how the old engine wants to start today. I hear the fuel pump going, so that's a good thing. I don't see any fuel. There's fuel coming up. I guess it bleeds back out. Uh-oh. I guess we're not going any further. We're not going any further, guys. I'll bring you back in a little bit. We're out of gas. I like to run it low anyway, because then it gets the freshest gas I got in there. So we just chewed up a minute doing that. I'll be back after I gas it up, get it going, and all that kind of nonsense. We'll be back in a bit. Well, guys, I gassed it up and figured I'd start it running and split a piece or two before I turned on the video, and the old splitter's broke. I'll show you what it's doing. I've split some wood, give you a few thoughts on it. If I can get through here without getting caught up on everything. It'll start and it'll run, so I don't think it's a motor issue. Now I don't know whether the cylinder is bad inside. It seems like it goes forward pretty good, but it has different cups to go backwards, and there is some oil coming out here. Or the valve. Now the valve's got a lot of play in it. This is all that's go forward, and that's how much play it's got in. So it might not be getting pushed in all the way back there. So I'm going to pull the pins. I've been playing with the I think if you notice the last couple times I ran it, it wasn't holding back when you push the detent back. Some of that is just, this whole thing's kind of like me, wore out. But so I'm gonna look into that valve. It's had a few years on it, a few hundred times pulled, split wood and stuff like that. I might have one up in the parts department. Boy, what a mess, and just don't have time for this kind of nonsense right now. So I'm gonna look at it a little bit and then just be frustrated and go get something to eat. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Well, guys, I've been playing with this thing now for a lot longer than I'd like to admit. I've been playing with it. I've put this detent thing on and off, and I found something I didn't like. This washer, which was part of it, which I can't find now. I'll find it in a minute. I guess you're seeing this stuff, but on the front of it, this piece here had a serious defect, and it's a fresh brake. I don't know how long it's been acting up, but that's definitely a pretty fresh brake. So, and this is part of it here. This goes in. I guess you're seeing that in there. I won't know till later. Now I got another valve. I pulled another whole valve, but all these valves are a little bit different. Pretty much the same. So it's got a different nose on it. This has a 4-bolt. Basically, the front and the back of this piston are the same. And it goes on something like that. But this is where the detent hits. This one here is a 2-parter. I don't know if you're seeing that. So I'm gonna go up in my parts department and see if I got another 4-pronger. This actually looks a little bit stronger. But then then you have to put I'm not sure how this one goes. It looks like it goes like this. That doesn't want to quite go in there. Maybe that's what's in there though. I don't know that's the proper. Maybe it's got to go in from this side. I don't know. This might be pushed out or in. As it goes in and out, it gets longer and shorter, I guess. Yeah, that goes in there. It's at the wrong angle. There we go. It might. Nah, that's about the right angle. See, they're all just a hair off. I got a bunch of this junk sitting up there, so I'm gonna go look in the parts department and see if I can't come up with something. And I'm sure hope that's what it is, because that's not too major if you got one in stock. That's got a press pin in it. Old Shifty knows about press pins. Anyhow, that's kind of the update on the wood splitter. So I'm gonna go up to the wood splitter department, parts department, and basically hydraulic parts department and see if I can't find one of those. I guess I'll take you up there for a minute and show you. I think you've seen it before where most of that is. Plus I got to get a couple towels to wipe my hands with. So we'll be back in a little bit. I'm sure you guys have been in here, but this is where most of the hydraulic junk is. All sorts of connectors and that kind of stuff. Remember when I was telling you there was an O-ring? This is another one of those things, not that we're getting sidetracked. This is a little pin that spring goes against. And see the O-rings and sweepers? When those O-rings go bad, oil shoots out the back of that valve through that hole. There's another one of those connecting links right there. But what I found is off the trash compactors. Oh, I can't pull and push and do everything at the same time. These are the valves off those trash compactors. And they got a special valve, but that's the part that I'm looking for right there. So I'm gonna steal it. So I'm gonna steal it, put it on, and then bring it back. If I get it on, maybe it'll be working a little bit better. We'll see in a bit. Hi guys. Well, I found this one apart. And look at it now. If you can see this has been hitting right there for a while, and I don't know. Definitely broke, but I see the 012. Amazingly, I'm showing this is so I can remember the part number, a 4Z0012. So I'm gonna look into that, and I think this one here, if you can see that looks, look at the difference in size and the difference in beef around here. That's a well, I can get that number later, so I ain't worried about that. So I'm gonna put this on. We'll be back in a bit. Well, I think we're up and running again. I left it running because I gotta change that switch. But I think we found the problem with that broken part. So we'll split a little bit. And I don't think I won't be cutting any fire or any wood on the sawmill. I don't know. It's getting cold tonight, so let's go down pretty cold. That's gonna shut off, burn up the points, because I turned it off by gas, so I can't let it stay off too long, so it's working. We're back in option. I'm gonna finish this up. I only got a couple more to go. So we'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.